We'll learn together. If it doesn't work, oh well. Okay. Hi, everybody. Andrea here. Welcome to ISAGENIX, the Art of Wellbeing. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I appreciate it immensely. Good to see you, Christina, and finally meeting Autumn after talking to her for 8 years or something on LinkedIn.
I know.
Okay, so ISAGENIX is actually, it just had its 19th birthday, and we started with a vision, and I had nothing to do with the making of this vision, but here it is anyway. So it was to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process, create the most trusted and respected health and wellness company in the world. So talk about Johnson & Johnson. Jim Coover, who is one of the founders of ISAGENIX, he always says, you know, someday we want to be as big as Johnson & Johnson, which is a big, crazy goal, but you know, someday. So, okay. So there's always disclaimers. So before we start on, you know, what's available and, you know, what's going on here, everything in ISAGENIX is based on the core value of integrity, and that's part of why I really love it, because I know that they're going to do what they say they're going to do, and I know that they're telling us the truth about things. I was in another company before which didn't always do that, so I was kind of jaded and annoyed and so, all that sort of thing. So I was really happy to see the integrity being a core value. So, you know, if you can read the disclaimers yourself, or I can send you this slide if you need to see them at any point. Okay, so new resolutions. You know, it's sometimes people talk about New Year's resolutions at New Year's Eve, but I don't think you need to reserve it just for New Year's Eve. I think it's a good thing, you know, anytime you are ready to start something new. So a lot of people have the same things. If you look it up online about what people resolve to do, it's the top 5 things are on this slide. There's losing weight, improving their finances, or getting a new job, eating healthier. I mean, who doesn't say, I'm going to eat healthier this year, I'm going to do it all? But the one that kind of surprised me was manage stress better, which is right in the way of our little thing here. So managing stress better, and the reason why that surprised me is, you know, I think a lot of people I know anyway say, oh yes, I am stressed out, but they don't realize that they can actually do something about it. So that's, I just assumed that everybody was like that, but I'm clearly wrong. So here we go. So our vision now is a little bit smaller, it's a little bit more focused, and it's everyone deserves to have, everyone deserves to experience a healthful, joyful, and abundant life. And, you know, I just think that's a little bit more tighter than that long-winded thing that they had before. So today, I'm just going to move this again. So ISAGENIX, so 2002, family owned. So I mentioned Jim Coover. He and his wife, Kathy Coover, started the company, and they started it with a man named John Anderson, Dr. John Anderson. And so John Anderson was making, I think he said he was working for 600 different companies making products for all different kinds of health and wellness products. And he would have the formulation, he would make it the way he wanted it to, and then he would show it to whoever was in charge, and they would say, get that out of there, that's too expensive, get that out, put this filler in, get that out. And, you know, his formulas would be watered down to, you know, a fraction of what they were when he created them. So he wanted a company where he could do what he wanted to. And, you know, the reason why he went to the Cougars is because they were experienced with network marketing, and they were very successful, especially Kathy. She was the top income earner in 3 different companies. So we have 8 billion total sales, which is amazing. 26 markets, so that they mean 26 countries. Internationally trusted, respected, and so this zero waste by 2028. So they're already starting on this, and they're starting to change the packaging of everything, from, you know, those big containers that you see protein powder in a lot at Costco or Walmart or something. Now we're putting them into recyclable bags, which is just so much better, and it takes up way less space on a truck, so that there's you know, you can take more in a truck than you could before. So that's kind of nice. So the charity we used to give to Make-A-Wish, and we still do. We are the #2 donator to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and #1 is Disney. So we're really proud of that. But they also have their own foundations now where they help for, they send help when there's a disaster in the world. So if you've got a Hurricane Katrina or, you know, a Fort Francis fire, something like that, they send money, they send volunteers, they send meals. So that's really cool. And we're really happy about that. So eating better, feeling better, looking better, moving better, and doing better. So that's kind of how we like to live our lives. And, you know, all of these things happened to me. I started eating better. I felt better. I looked better. I moved better. And I just was a better person all around. I was a better mother. I was a better athlete. I was a better friend. I was a better wife. I was better everything. And I'm very pleased. So are you guys living your best life? Just think about it in your head. You know, are you living the life you want to live? Is there something you'd like to improve? And, you know, most people have something that they want to improve, physically, financially, or both. And so when it comes to making resolutions, does any of this resonate with you guys? Eating better, feeling better, looking better, moving better, or doing better? I want to do all of them. So I'm doing okay, but I want to do more. So the art of well-being is what we're calling this tonight. So it's about crafting new experiences, making healthier choices, and belonging to better communities. So now, what does no compromise mean? So ISAGENIX always talks about how the ingredients are no compromise. So, and the ingredients and the finished product. So everything is backed by science. We have studies. I can email them to you. Responsible sourcing, so minimizing global footprint, etc. So this is my favorite thing to talk about, is the unnatured whey from grass-fed, pasture-raised cows. So these cows are in New Zealand. They are, you know, grazing around doing happy cow things, and they're only milked in season, which is very nice. And they're only fed grass, which is what they're supposed to be eating, instead of, you know, byproducts of other animals and concrete and whatever else happens. So natural ingredients, there's no artificial flavors, sweeteners, colors, there's no gluten, quality testing. So the quality testing is done by third parties as well. So that's a good thing. So the whole thing with ISAGENIX is based on the isolene shake. So we have something called whole blend now, and it's vitamins and minerals that come from whole foods, so mostly vegetables. And so when they brought this out, I thought, oh my God, what is this going to taste like? It was actually even better than the original shake. So I was very happy with that. 24 grams of protein, supports muscle building, fat burning, and you can also get it dairy-free if that's an issue. Intermittent fasting. So we have a product called Cleanse for Life, and that is used on our cleanse days, which are intermittent fasting days. It's just what we call it. So what that means is, on a cleanse day, you are supporting your body with all the nutrients that you could possibly need while you're fasting. So you are not starving your body. You are giving your body a break from digestion, and you are detoxifying your body, because when you have toxins in your body, they are very likely to be hiding in the fat that is around your organs, called the visceral fat. So when the fat goes, so do the toxins. And this is why I think, anyway, this is why you feel so fantastic on ISAGENIX, is really because of these cleansing days. And it might be a bit difficult to do at first, but as you go along, it gets easier and easier, and then it becomes really no big deal. It's just a thing you're doing that day. So that's great. That's what that product's for. So adaptogens and super plant nutrients are in Ionic Supreme. And what this is, I want to call it a tonic that you take every day. And I drink mine out of a little Drambuie glass that my parents used to have. So it's about this much that you're taking. So you can have like shot glass, whatever. So herbal adaptogens, this is part of the stress thing that I was talking about earlier. So adaptogens help your body manage stress. And your body doesn't know if you are experiencing physical stress or emotional stress. Your body reacts the same way. So does the Ionic Supreme. It helps you in the same way. It also helps with mental focus. And what I love about this is I actually take it twice a day. I take it first thing in the morning when on an empty stomach, everything starts out great. But I also like to take it around 2 p.m. when I'm starting to fade. And, there's still, a half a day of work left to do. It's really good for just that little kick in the afternoon. So the nutrient dense snack bar. So again, isoline bars are amazing, and so are whole blend bars. I tend to use these if I'm doing shakes and I'm just on the go and I can't really make a shake for whatever reason. I will have a bar instead because it's a full meal replacement as well. It's not quite as amazing and filling as the shake is, but it will do in a pinch. And it's got 20 grams of protein, and this one is peanut butter. We also have a chocolate one now, which is really good. So that's that. The Isagenesis Essential. So this is the vitamins that you might not get in your third meal if you're on Isagenix. So this really helps for telomeres and youthful cell function. So telomere is the end of your DNA, and every time your cell divides, your DNA, the telomere gets shorter, and that's how we age. So when this supports the health of those telomeres, it helps you to not have the shortened telomeres happening so quickly. So you age a little less quickly, which is kind of fun. So, okay, so the collagens. This is a brand new product that just came out in the last 2 months, and it's amazing. And so it's it's marine collagen. And so I thought, oh my God, again, what is this going to taste like? It's going to be fish, like it's fish, but it's not. It tastes like Welch's grape juice. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it's really good. And, I'm finding it also to be a little bit of a kick in the afternoon, but what it's meant to do is, all the things that collagen does. It keeps your skin elasticity going, hydrated, and hair and nails. Like I've got a lot of hair. I realize this. So I didn't really need it for that, but it was great on my skin. I don't know if anybody else has this issue, but my skin in the winter on my hands and feet are horrible. And this really helped. So collagen's amazing. Oh yeah, so here's this guy. Oh yeah, Scott Wood. He's the only one I know in this picture. So that's just some before and afters of the collagen. Let's see here. Yeah, that one Amy is really good. Anyway, that's just some before and afters. So that's good. Okay, so we have solutions for a number of different things. I always like to say, Isagenix is mostly about weight loss and health, but there's so many other applications too for the products. It's not just about weight loss. I mean, I lost 25 pounds when I first went on it, and that was fantastic. But the best part for me was the sleep and the energy that I got out of it, which was amazing. I couldn't believe the energy that I had because I've never had any. So it was a big surprise for me and a very welcome, happy surprise. Again, the studies, we've got scientifically validated studies, peer-reviewed, blah, blah, blah. It went, so an Isagenix 30-day cleanse went against the heart healthy diet, the diet that typically a doctor would place you on if you'd had a heart issue or something like that. So Isagenix came out on top of this, and it provided 2 times the weight loss, 78% fat loss, and 2 times more lean muscle mass retention. There's 3 studies. There's one about the cleanse itself. There's one about retention, and then there's another one about some of the sports products that I can send it along to you if you're interested. Okay, so if you want to feel better, Isagenix is going to help you with this. And these people are all, they were all in the IsaBody challenge, which is something I'll talk about later, but it's a contest and it's totally optional, but it's free to do. They've lost varying degrees of weight, and, it's just a really great way to feel better. If you're in your 30s, 20s, sorry. Is this the 30s? So this is the 30s. If you're in your 30s, Isagenix can help
We lost you. If you can, we lost the
Andrea,
volume.
you muted
there you
I
are.
just muted myself.
It's okay.
If you're in your 40s, ISAGENIX can help you feel better. And if you're in your 50s, it can too. Like this guy, Reginald, like, look at that. That's ridiculous. He only lost 6 pounds, but look at the difference there with ISAGENIX. And the same with Rick here. He only lost 11 pounds, but it's a huge difference for muscle building. It's just amazing. So the IsaBody Challenge. The IsaBody Challenge is something I've been trying to get Christina there to do for a while. And
I have to write something.
He's not doing it. So how it works is you just put your before and after pictures in, you can actually do it with an app called the IsaLife app. It's very easy. So you do it, you put your before pictures in, nobody ever sees them except the judges. And you don't even have to be judged anymore if you don't want to. You can be in, there's 2 categories. You can be in the judging one or the not judging one. Nobody's gonna see your pictures. So when you're done though, it's a 16-week thing. When you're done, you send in your your after pictures, and then you get $200 worth of products in a coupon. Like you get to pick them yourself. You just get a $200 free product coupon. You get a t-shirt. You get a certificate saying, I finished the IsaBody Challenge. And if you're in the judging section, the American prize, so the first prize is $25,000. Second prize is 10. And then if you're an honorable mention, a finalist, you get $3,000, and an honorable mention gets $1,000. And they also all get to go on a big fun trip, which I don't think is happening at this point, just because of everything. But in the past, they've gone to Costa Rica, they've gone on cruises, they've done this, they've done that, they've gone to Fiji, they've gone to Punta Cana, somewhere warm, something like that. Anyway, it's fun. I have never placed in the IsaBody Challenge, but there are a number of people that I know who have. And, they all talk about how amazing it is. And, I will let them tell their own stories, but it's a real life changer. So sharing ISAGENIX. So what happened with me was I was actually working for a jewelry company, and that's the reason why I gained weight in the first place, because I was eating brie on crackers and wine at ladies' houses, because a jewelry party is not really about jewelry. It's about ladies hanging out together, having an excuse, that sort of thing. So that's part of why I gained weight. When I lost the weight, apparently I was skipping down the street in joyous, energetic, whatever. And people were starting to say, well, what's going on with you? Because you definitely changed. You definitely look different. What are you doing? So all of a sudden I had this business in my lap that I didn't really intend to do, but there it was. So of course, once I actually took a look at what was going on here, I realized, number one, it's more important to have your health than it is to have a million pieces of silver jewelry, which I did love, by the way. I loved the jewelry business. But it's more important it doesn't matter how much jewelry you have if you don't have your health. So that was one thing. But then I saw the compensation plan and my jaw hit the floor. What if you could get paid for sharing something that you love? And, it can be whatever you want it to be. You can enroll enough people to get your products paid for. You can have a little bit of extra money, or you can, go for millionaire. And most people are somewhere in between. So it's whatever you want it to be. So the need for money in the US, of course, we all know this. Student debt, especially this year, people out of work, side jobs that are popular are selling things online, doing Airbnbs, being an Uber driver, that sort of thing. So 9% of Americans earn $100,000 per year. Okay. Credit card balance, $6,200. Okay. So 40 million Americans living in housing they cannot afford. I didn't know that one. Yikes. So here's the same thing in Canada. Total student debt, 28 billion. Millions of people out of work, same sort of stuff. It's kind of eye-opening when you see stuff like that. So the take-home pay, we all need take-home pay. I'm not going to go through all these cities because you can see it as well as I can. But I mean, the closest one here. The worst one. The worst one is Los Angeles. Oh, let's do New York because Autumn's from New York. Okay, so. And monthly take home from 100K. salary is $5,574. Annual salary needed to buy a home, $103,235. Wow. And the average credit card debt is $6,491. So basically what they're saying here is a person living in New York State cannot buy a home on a 6-figure salary.
Nope.
That's nuts.
Need
It's pretty much
two.
the same. Yeah, you need two. And it's pretty much the same up here. In this area of Ontario, it's definitely true. Okay. So, okay, we did that one. Same thing in Canada. So most people are still trading time for money. And, you know, I'm not sure what you do, Autumn, but Christina's a high school principal. So she's trading her time for her money and her sanity. So why should you partner with
Christina? You need a raise right now.
Absolutely, she does. And you know what the other thing is, Autumn? She's a good high school principal. So.
Again, a raise. You need to call the superintendent. Yeah.
So why should you partner with us? It's a really great business to have because there's no overhead. You know, there is a product. I mean, you do have to buy a certain amount of products every month, but you're using them anyway. And, you know, I'm always using some kind of ISAGENIX product. It's not just about shakes. So it's really a very easy thing to do. So there's no special degrees. You don't need to be anything in particular. You can work from anywhere in your pajamas if you want to. There's, you know, last year, especially when the lockdown first happened, when, you know, the world changed in 24 hours, I had such anxiety that I was up for hours every night. So I just worked. What else am I going to do? So that was kind of neat. No artificial caps on earning potential. So you can earn an unlimited amount of money here. And it's amazing. You know, whoever is interested in actually seeing the compensation plan, I can email you a video later. It's much, they explain it way better than I ever would. So time, flexibility, leverage, it's you know, instead of getting a job bartending for hours every night, you know, you can do a half an hour of work at home and make probably the same amount of money. Anyway, personal growth. So every network marketing company is the same in this, and that it is a personal growth program with a paycheck attached. I'm a very different person than I was before I started this business. So positive culture, everybody's very happy. Nutrition, and you actually get results. You put it in your mouth, it works. So additional source of income and lifelong friendships, which is the best part. So that's a bunch of really good reasons. Okay, so I'm going to go through this a little bit quickly because, as I said, I will send a better video that I think it's better than this, and I don't explain it very well, so I'll just go through it a little bit. So you set up your account. It takes 5 minutes. It doesn't even take 10 minutes. I don't know why they say that, because what I would do is I would just send it to you and you can enroll yourself. So it's easy. So then once you've done that, you can upgrade to associate. $29 is the associate fee. That's for the entire year. It's not a monthly thing. It's just that it's a year. And I think after 1 year, it goes down to 19 if you've been active. So, okay. If you share the products, this is what happens. So let's say I'm Andrea and I have a fantastic result, and Christina says, "What are you doing? Meet me at Tim Hortons," which is what happened. So I place Christina on my right team. There's two legs to this. And then Autumn says to me, "What are you doing? Meet me at the Empire State Building on Valentine's Day." "What are you doing?" And I place her on my left team. So I get $100 or 110 or 111. Oh, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I get 100. I'm just going to go with the American prices because they're very simple. $100 for each of these people because they've both enrolled in the same week. So, okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. You get $100. The double is if they join in the same commission week. So you get 200. Fantastic. So then let's say Christina says, "Okay, I want to enroll Tara and Willow." And she would then get the $100. If they both come in the same week, she gets 200. Same with Autumn. You're going to enroll Summer and Winter. So, and And they get, you get $100 for each one of them if they're in the same week. So it goes on and on and on. And the nice thing about this is that you will earn money on everybody. And I'm just going through this. It's a little more involved than this, but say, you know, Christina enrolls someone 3 weeks from now who's way down here, and there's a whole bunch of people in between who I don't even know. I still get paid on all of them, and so do you. So anybody who I add, I'm either going to place them on my right team or my left team. So you would benefit from them as well. If you're on my right team, I add someone on the right team, you're benefiting. I add someone on my left team, you're on my left team, you benefit. So that's kind of exciting. And, you know, it just goes on and on and on. And it's, this is very simple. So you get what's called business volume on everybody's order. The reason why they've converted it to business volume is because we're in 26 countries now. There's a whole bunch of different currencies. So to keep everybody in the world on a level playing field, they've assigned each product a business volume. So it's a number instead of the currency amount, because it wouldn't be the same for everybody. Does that make sense? Sort of. Okay. We get paid weekly on Mondays. It's always kind of fun to get that email saying, hey, guess what? You got paid. So yeah, it just goes on and on. So every time that you get 600 BV on one side, 300 on the other, or some combination that adds up to 19, you get something that's called a cycle. And a cycle is $54 US. It's 60 something Canadian. So weekly cycles up to 250, you get to this crazy amount of 1,300, but then that team that you've built on the right and left becomes one leg. So then after that, you only have to build one. It's kind of incredible. And I know you probably don't understand what I'm saying, which is fine. If you need to know, I will tell you. Okay, so it goes on and on. Your earning potential is limitless. So, you know, a lot of people will say to me, oh my God, I can't afford it. Oh my God. But what they're not understanding is they're just taking some of their food budget and spending it in a different place. So, you know, I actually have ended up saving money because I don't know what it's like in the US, but the price of food up here in Ontario is astronomical, especially healthy food. And I'm finding myself, you know, thinking, I can't believe that I have ISAGENIX because, you know, I've been doing this for 7 years and the price has never gone up. And I just find that incredible. And the quality is still the same. And, you know, it just becomes kind of mind blowing that I've actually been able to do this. So, you know, that's what I tell people when they say they can't afford it. Okay, but how much are you actually spending on groceries now? And they usually give me a number, and it's actually, you know, it's usually nowhere near what they're actually spending because not everybody keeps track of every single dime they spend. So, you know, you can just take a portion of that and spend it over here. So yeah, it's, you know, the math is all there. So it tends to be around $4 per meal. Like the shake is $4 per serving, just underneath that actually. And for the whole thing, including the cleanse days and the ionics and all the other stuff, it's about, it ends up being about $10 a day. So getting started. So we have a basic pack, which is how I started. You get 56 meals, the Ionic Supreme, you get the intermittent fasting nourishment, which is the Cleanse for Life. Snack bites, which are really good. That's for cleanse days as well. Metabolism support, which is just a metabolism boosting tablet called a natural accelerator. And 30 nights of digestive support, which is our good friend magnesium, which I love these days. So that is about $10 a day, Canadian, but $9 US. So that is what I started with, but what I wish I'd started with is this, the premium pack, which has everything I just explained, but it also has the isolene bars that I was talking about. It has the beloved Isa Delights, which is chocolate for your cleanse days. It comes with e-shots, which is also beloved for me, but you also get a blender and you get 10 snack packs. There's a bunch of different things that you can choose from. And you also get a shaker cup, which is something like this. It doesn't really look like this anymore. It looks a little bit nicer. But it's a shaker cup, and it has samples of other products. That's what I wish I'd started with. And the reason why is because, you know, it's $15 a day for Canada, 14 for US, but it has all these things in it that I ended up buying in my first month anyway, because I wanted to try them. So I actually ended up spending more than I would have if I had just bought it all at once. So that's what I wish I had started with. Now, the value pack is, you know, I would suggest this for someone who, you know, had quite a lot of weight to lose, perhaps, or wanted to start the business right away. Just because it has everything. It has everything except it doesn't have our skincare line, and it doesn't have the collagen, but it does come with a, I think it does come with a sample pack of the skincare. And the other thing about this one is that that $29 associate fee, you wouldn't have to pay that. It's all included in that. So that's $22 there, or 20 US. And there's the collagen again. They're really excited about that. they sold 1 million bottles in the first week, so it was very exciting. Okay, so now get back to the person who introduced you to ISAGENIX, which of course is me. And keep in mind that, you know, if you're interested and want to get going, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can get a full refund of everything, even if you have used it all. Just send back the empty containers, and you know, it's not a no questions asked thing, but it's not. You're going to be asked the question just for research purposes. It's just to say, okay, well, this is a problem because, and that's it. That's all I've got. Woohoo! How's everybody doing? That was a lot of information.
Good. It was a nice presentation.
Thank you. I know that was a lot of information, but you know, it's valuable.